What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mohawk Motors. My name is Jason. I want to show you some things, and then I'm looking for your feedback. I want to know what you would like to see me do. Winter is coming. It's going to be cold. I'm not going to be working outside as much. I've actually just got done. I've spent the entire time I had today cleaning up the garage. If you've been watching, you can see, this is a substantial improvement compared to how cluttered the garage usually is. So I've got my main working bay cleared out, opened up again. I've got most of my secondary bay opened up. I want to keep both sides of the garage occupied through the winter. But as I was tidying up and getting organized, I noticed some of the parts that I have laying around, and I had an idea. So let me show you what I've got. So the first thing, and I honestly had forgotten I had this. I don't know what condition it's in, but I'm a big fan of once the transmission is out, build the transmission. So I've got this 4L80E here on the floor. It's the second generation design with the rearward cooler return line. I have it sitting here. I want to use it. It doesn't make me any money, and it doesn't provide me any entertainment sitting here on the floor. It doesn't teach you guys anything sitting here on the floor. So I want to use that. I also have this early 6-liter. It's an iron-headed 6-liter. It's probably a 99 or a 2000, maybe a 2001. It's got typical valve train issues. I'm pretty confident it's got at least 1 or 2 totally destroyed lifters, but I'm gonna put a cam and lifters in it anyway. So I'm not worried about that, and I'll do a full tear down and check out everything else and make sure it's good also. I have a set of aluminum 317 heads that I can swap onto it. They're off of the white 2500. I've got them sitting here. I might as well use them. They'll be an upgrade over the cast iron heads, and I'm not gonna be in a rush, so I can go through and port them out and do an actual port job and show you guys how to effectively port a set of cylinder heads in your garage without spending a ton of money. So I think that's something that maybe a lot of people don't know about and don't know how to do and what to try to focus toward, and I'd like to share that with you and teach you what I've learned. That puts me at a 6-liter engine, 4L80E transmission, and I have a vehicle sitting here in the yard that I think these would go into really well. Let me show you that. So tucked back here in the corner and currently serving as my clean aluminum stockpile point is this. It's a 1991 Chevy V3500. It's obviously a square body. This was a government vehicle. They had it on military bases. I don't know which military bases. I bought it from Aberdeen Proving Grounds, but I suspect it lived most of its life further south, or it just never left the base at Aberdeen. I don't know. The big reason I bought it was because the frame is just immaculate. The frame is beautiful, and it has all the other typical Chevy rust issues: rockers, cab corners, things like that, which those can all be repaired. But the bones, the foundation, the part that you can't just go out and buy new pieces for, is 100% solid, and that's the frame. If you didn't know this about square body trucks, 1991 was the very last year for any type of square body, and you could get the K5 Blazer, some of the cab and chassis models, and crew cabs were still square body style in 1991. It's a special year for square bodies because it still had the 14-bolt rear, full floating, and the Dana 60 solid front axle, and the NP205 gear-driven transfer case. But it was the first and only year that they put a 4L80E transmission into a square body truck, which kind of made these, I don't want to say a unicorn, but in my opinion, it was one of GM's best years. They had finally figured out the recipe to make just a really rock solid truck that had an overdrive, that had a solid front axle, that ran and drove comfortably on the highway or down dirt roads, and they were just rock solid vehicles. In my opinion, the only thing they could have done better would be a more updated engine, which Now we have that, right? I've got a 6-liter in there on the stand. So what I'm thinking is do a build on the 6-liter. I'll put a cam in it, a new set of lifters. I'll check out the bottom end. I'll make sure everything's good. Honestly, now that I have the CUCV with the turbo, there's no way I'm putting an engine into this thing and not putting turbos on it. So we'll probably do a twin turbo setup because I've got plenty of room under the hood. And I have all the expensive parts already. I'd have to buy the cam, I'd have to buy the lifters, and a couple of eBay turbos. And I'm sure I have plenty of piping and tubing and exhaust pieces laying around here to do everything else I need to do. So I really want to do this. If it's something you would be interested in seeing me do and showing the step-by-step, I really am a big fan of these trucks, especially, like I said, 1991 is a very special year for these trucks. So I want to do it the way that I think GM would have done it. So I want everything to start and work flawlessly. You know, it starts off the turn of the key, runs smooth, idles well, very drivable. All the gauges, factory gauges work. You know, I want it to be just like it would have been from the factory if they had made them this way. And I want to show you guys how to do that. So if it's something you would be interested in seeing me do, leave a note down in the comments. Let me know, you know, hey, Jason, that sounds awesome. Build that thing and show us how you do it and integrate the 1991 systems with the not up to date, but you know, the 2000s engine and transmission technology so that it runs and drives, you know, turnkey like it would have come from the factory. As I'm going through and organizing things, I have the parts and pieces that I can do it either way. I have drive-by cable manifolds. I have drive-by wire manifolds. I have wire harnesses for both styles. Again, I have 99% of the parts. I'd need a cam, lifters, a couple cheap turbos, and everything else I have here already. So I think this would be a fun winter project to do. Not to mention I love that truck and I would love to have it as a everyday drivable vehicle. And I think it's something that a lot of people are interested in doing. I know LS swaps into square body style trucks are very common, but I don't see a lot of people showing the step-by-step of here's how to make this work, here's how to make this work, here's how to do it, instead of having a bunch of extra switches and things like that. So I want to show you how to do that. I just need to know if it's something you'd be interested in seeing. So that's really where I'm at, and that's my primary purpose of this video is I want your feedback. What do you want me to do? And is it something that I can teach you how to do it? I try to be helpful. What I really enjoy about making videos is sharing the knowledge that I've gained and the things that I've learned with other people so they can do the same thing. The more self-sufficient people can be and the more you can learn and be able to do on your own, I think that's always a feather in your cap. I think it's great to have those abilities. So I want to try to teach you what I know and share my knowledge and experience with you. So when you decide to do it, if you decide to do it, you've already got at least, you know, a recipe. So like I said, I'd like to do this project. I have 90% of the parts. It would be a low budget project for me to be able to do through the winter, which, you know, I'm working on a real world budget like a lot of people. I've got a family, I've got other things to do, I'm running my own business on the side, so making these videos, not even on the side, like I'm running my own business, that's how I pay the bills. But I'm running my business, I'm spending time with my wife and daughter, we have another child on the way, so we're doing all the preparation for those things too. So I want this to be as real world as, you know, this is how you can do it on a budget, and this is how you can do it yourself in your garage with no special tools, with nothing that you can't buy on Amazon or eBay, and build yourself something that you really like, that you really enjoy, that you can have a lot of fun with. Thanks so much for watching. Looking forward to seeing what you have to say, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.